21 Nintendo games have just received their play scores this January 2018. The play score is a standard rating that averages gamer and critic reviews. When a game only reaches the minimum requirement of critic or gamer reviews, it receives a provisional play score. InnerSpace. When the Switch gets a chance to showcase its power, it delivers. Polynite's exploration game soars through the ancient skies and abandoned oceans. Uncover the long-lost history of this gorgeous universe and grab a bit of self-discovery lessons along the way. Collect relics and wander around the colorful technologies because this game receives a provisional play score of 6.83. Lost Sphear. Square Enix's homage to their classic JRPG days. Inspired by Chrono Trigger and serving as a spiritual successor to I Am Setsuna, follow a young boy named Kanata in his quest to eliminate the mysterious white fog that's slowly devouring his hometown. The game gained praise due to its nostalgic moments, but it fell short sometimes in its familiar execution. As usual, the characters are memorable and the story melts our hearts. It has a provisional play score of 6.91. Of Mice and Sand Revised. Survive in an alien desert and Switch's simulation game. Be in charge of your very own rodent crew and navigate around the dunes in search for treasure. Fill it with riches because the open sand contains intriguing items. Customization and longevity is the game's purpose. Make your ship impenetrable and make it last against the desert surprises. It receives a provisional play score of 7.01. Azkend 2: The World Beneath. When Match 3 Games takes itself seriously, it delivers. 10 Tons Casual Indie Puzzler takes you to a jaw-dropping Match 3 experience filled with beautiful backdrops. Sometimes the game can be a bit different with its varied modes, including a hidden object style and a meaningful storyline with voiceovers. It has a provisional play score of 7.01. BRAWL. This competitive arena game is blowing up on the Switch. Bloober Team's intense action arcade multiplayer lets players bomb their way through a violent bomb bonanza. Control one of its 8 unique characters with varied skills that change the flow of battle. To put it simply, it's like a skill-reliant Bomberman with more variety. Make your way through its 8 campaigns for each of the characters and show them who's the best at blowing things up. It receives a provisional play score of 7.01. Kirby Battle Royale. Nintendo adorable pink blob has met his match. Fighting against multiple versions of himself, go in an epic tournament against Kirby's rivals. Himself. With up to 4 players, go on a local or online match and watch your fellow Kirbys and show them who's the best. There's countless game modes to choose from and a single-player story to find out what brought this carnation-colored cutie into this world. It receives a play score of 7.06. Pic-a-Pix Deluxe. This is the ultimate edition of the popular picture crossword game, featuring unique gameplay where players form pixel art pictures similar to Picross, nonograms, and many more. It contains up to 300 new puzzles and is bigger compared to the previous one. Players can also utilize the Switch's touchscreen handheld mode for a casual puzzle-solving experience. Grab a friend or call some of your family members and spend hours and hours of classic puzzle-solving fun. It has a provisional play score of 7.09. Ambition of the Slimes. When a game tries to empathize one of the most iconic creatures in fantasy, it does it with humor and substance. Pun intended. Control slimes. They're versatile, they can use magic, and of course they can multiply. Give them their rights by using their unique ability to take control of their opponents' bodies. This change of pace is unexpected for RPG standards, but it changes our perspective towards the goo. It has a provisional play score of 7.18. ChromaGun. If you think playing with portals was fun, how about a ChromaGun? Designed to rip the fabric of space and time by playing with colors, use it to solve the game's meticulously crafted puzzles and survive a test chamber filled with laser grids and droids. Exit this dastardly creepy facility and don't trust talking robots, if you ever find one. Obviously inspired from Valve's Portal series, it has a provisional play score of 7.21. Tachyon Project. Inspired by classic shoot-em-ups, this dual-stick shooter boasts unique enemy types, weapons, and power-ups to rekindle a once successful genre back to the modern players. Switch users can experience a riveting trip to Earth. Take the role of Ada, a software program designed to hack into our planet's most secure servers. Enter a plethora of neon-colored goodness in a world trying to blow you apart. Face off increasingly hard waves and waves of enemies and 4 unique bosses. It's a game to test your fingers and it receives a provisional play score of 7.21. Shoe. Outrun the end of the world in this adorable platformer from CodeSync Software. Embark on a journey to survive a great and terrible storm that destroys your home. Aid helpless villagers and use Shu's special abilities to traverse treacherous paths. Search for the missing sanctuary and find a way to stop this mysterious storm. The game has over 21 expansive levels filled with gorgeous detail. When you're not busy saving people, unlock secret collectibles and listen to the game's sweet soundtrack. It receives a provisional play score of 7.45. Furi, a surprisingly stylish indie game from the Game Bakers, bullet hell meets action-packed hack and slash. The game takes place in a seemingly destroyed future filled with ancient wonders and pulsating lights. The main character wakes up in a confined world and his only hope is to kill the jailer to be free. It receives a provisional play score of 7.46. World to the West. Follow a ragtag group of characters in this exploration-heavy adventure game. After a mysterious teleportation mishap, guide these 4 heroes in a quest to find glory, vengeance, and a way back home. When you're not fighting enemies, solve environmental puzzles that require creativity among the 4 heroes, and witness a story of grand mystery shrouded in danger. It receives a provisional play score of 7.46. Draw a Stickman Epic 2. Remind yourself of the good old pen and paper days in this indie adventure game from Hitsense. Use your imagination and enter a magical storybook full of mystery and wonder. Breathe life into your very own Stickman and challenge yourself to unlock every collectible object the game offers. Embark on perilous journeys that involve fast thinking and a buddy at your side. Use your wide array of creativity to outsmart the dangers that lie ahead. Simply choose an assortment of pencils and make the world your own. This game has a provisional play score of 7.59. Nuclien, another puzzle game with a unique twist. In a world where the universe is just beginning, fill the empty void with DNA. Race against the clock by finding the numbers in their correct order, by counting up, down, and doing both at the same time. It features 77 stages of reaction-based puzzling, 6 modes of play, and a soundtrack to keep you lost in the experience. It receives a provisional play score of 7.59. Vesta, an indie adventure game where you overcome 36 levels and fight a variety of robots. Trust your abilities and solve a series of puzzles to reach the end of the maze. Help this 6-year-old genius rejuvenate her dying world with the help of her adorable metallic friends. It receives a provisional play score of 7.68. Stikbold, a Dodgeball Adventure Deluxe. Make enemies in this hilarious sports game. This over-the-top version of Dodgeball lets players test their skills with their friends and family in a brutal battle royale. Go on epic 4-player brawls and unleash unfair power-ups against your opponents because why not? Experiment with the game's absurd system and reinvent your strategy for that juicy friendship-breaking victory. It has a provisional play score of 7.76. Pokemon Crystal. Relive this classic Game Boy Color game with added new features. Straight from the magic of the year 2000, this showcases the series' early days and familiar nostalgic moments. For the first time in the series, choose between a male and female character and battle Pokemon all around its world. Find secrets, encounter the mythical Celebi, and be the very best. As a part of 3DS's Pokemon Bank, players can bring their favorite Pokemon into Sun, Moon, Ultra Sun, and Ultra Moon. It has a provisional play score of 7.92. Super Meat Boy. This tough-as-nails platformer is finally on the Switch. Play as an animated cube of meat and save your girlfriend from an evil fetus. Yeah, it sounds crazy. Leap over walls, buzzsaws, crumbling caves, and pool of needles just to save the girl of your dreams. Fair warning for new players, this is a really brutal experience, so if you're in it for some casual good time, you're in the wrong game. Think of it as the Dark Souls of platformers. It receives a provisional play score of 8.17. Darkest Dungeon. Dive into the deepest dungeons with your party of heroes and conquer the hellish monstrosities that await you. As you reach darker lands, you'll also be facing against your human desires, with famine and disease haunting your every step. With permadeaths and procedural dungeons, every playthrough is an all-new experience. It receives a provisional play score of 8.21. Celeste. The Switch's highest rated game this January. Also one of the rare tough-as-nails platformers on the market. From the creators of Towerfall, help Madeline survive her inner demons and reach the top of Celeste Mountain. Make it through hundreds of handcrafted challenges and control your frustrations with the game's brutal level design and difficulty spikes. It has a provisional play score of 8.92. You may get these games right now by clicking the links below.